Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Dodgers, a franchise synonymous with consistent excellence and star-studded rosters, find themselves in an unfamiliar position in the summer of 2025, lost, confused, and rapidly descending into mediocrity. Despite having marquee players like Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts, the team's recent slump has cast a shadow over the locker room, and the pressure is beginning to show. In a post-game interview after the Dodgers' latest loss, Mookie Betts, visibly disheartened and introspective, spoke words that many fans didn't expect. At this point, we just have to leave it to God. It was not just a figure of speech. It was a raw, honest cry from a veteran star who has experienced the highest highs in baseball, and now faces an all-too-human struggle with failure. The weight of expectations. The Dodgers entered the 2025 season as heavy favorites not only to win the NL West but to claim another World Series title. With the offseason addition of Shohei Ohtani, arguably the most transcendent player of his generation, expectations skyrocketed. The narrative was clear. With Ohtani and Betts leading the charge, the Dodgers would dominate. Early in the season, that seemed accurate. Ohtani was on fire both at the plate and on the mound before his pitching was again curtailed by arm tightness. Betts, too, got off to a strong start. But as the summer wore on, the wheels began to fall off. A deepening slump. In the last 20 games, the Dodgers have posted a dismal 6-14 record. Once first in the division, they now trail both the San Diego Padres and San Francisco Giants. The offense has gone cold, the bullpen has imploded in key moments, and defensive miscues, once rare, have become routine. U.S. media outlets are now asking the uncomfortable question. How can they get out of this slump? ESPN analyst and former All-Star Mark Teixeira was blunt in his assessment. This is not just a team that's lost its rhythm. This is a team that's lost its soul. When you have the talent they do and still underperform like this, something deeper is wrong. The mental toll on Mookie Betts. Betts, known for his calm demeanor and leadership, has started to show signs of wear. In recent interviews, he's admitted to overthinking at the plate and pressing in the field. His numbers reflect the turmoil. Just a .221 batting average over the last month, with more strikeouts than hits. When asked about the pressure of turning things around, Betts didn't shy away. It's hard, man. You feel like you're letting everybody down, the fans, your teammates, your family. Sometimes it feels like nothing you do matters. That's why I say, we gotta leave it to God now. That's all that's left. It was an emotional confession that resonated with fans and players alike. Social media quickly lit up with support for Betts, with hashtags like #PrayForMookie and #DodgersFaith trending within hours. Shohei Ohtani, the lone bright spot. Shohei Ohtani has continued to produce offensively despite the team's struggles. With 39 home runs, over 90 RBIs, and a batting average hovering around .310, he remains one of the few consistent forces in the Dodgers lineup. But even Ohtani can't do it alone. In their last loss to the Diamondbacks, Ohtani hit a 2-run homer to tie the game in the 8th, only for the bullpen to give up 3 runs in the 9th. After the game, Ohtani remained stoic. We all have to do better. One hit or one swing won't win every game. We need unity. We need focus. His comments, while diplomatic, hinted at frustration beneath the surface. Ohtani came to LA to win, not to carry the weight of the entire roster. Clubhouse dynamics and leadership vacuum. Multiple reports from insiders suggest that the Dodgers clubhouse isn't as cohesive as in past seasons. Injuries, inconsistent play, and sky-high expectations have created tension. One anonymous player told The Athletic, it's like we're all trying to fix the car at the same time, but no one knows who's driving. There's no clear voice right now. This lack of direction could explain why even someone like Betts, usually a calming veteran presence, is now turning to faith and fate for answers. Where's the manager in all this? Manager Dave Roberts has remained publicly optimistic, but even he seemed deflated after the Dodgers' most recent series loss. We just need to stick to the plan, stay confident, and trust each other. I know it's tough, but this is part of the journey. However, some critics believe Roberts' message is falling flat. With no visible adjustment to the rotation, batting order, or bullpen usage, fans and analysts are beginning to question his decision-making. Radio host Colin Cowherd didn't hold back on his morning show. Greater than, this is the best roster in baseball, and it's playing like a third-place team. That's on the manager. Period. The fans are growing restless. Dodger Stadium, once electric even on weeknights, has seen a slight dip in attendance and a rise in frustration. After their recent home loss, loud boos rained down from the bleachers, a rare occurrence for a team that has been adored for a decade. One fan summed it up. Greater than, we didn't come here to watch Shohei hit solo homers in meaningless games. This team was supposed to be historic. Can they turn it around? History shows that slumps, even bad ones, can be reversed. But time is running out. With just under 2 months left in the regular season, the Dodgers must rediscover their identity, fast. Some possible remedies include rotating struggling veterans out of the lineup to give younger, hungrier players a chance. Addressing the bullpen through late-season trades or internal call-ups. Hiring a sports psychologist to help the team deal with the mental stress of high expectations. Letting leaders like Betts and Ohtani take over the locker room dynamic instead of relying solely on the coaching staff. As of now, none of these changes have materialized in a meaningful way. The team seems paralyzed, trapped in a mental fog. A team at a crossroads. The phrase, "leave it to God," may seem like a simple emotional outburst from a frustrated star. But in a way, it captures the essence of what the Dodgers are facing. They've done the analysis. They've shuffled the lineup. They've held meetings. And yet, nothing changes. So what's left? Maybe faith. Maybe trust. Or maybe, just maybe, action. Real, difficult, risky action. Because as talented as this roster is, no one's winning a championship just by praying. Final word. The clock is ticking. The Dodgers are not dead yet. With players like Ohtani, Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Will Smith, a turnaround is always possible. But the deeper this slump gets, the more it feels like a spiritual crisis, not just a baseball one. As Betts said, perhaps only half joking. Greater than, we've tried everything. At this point, I don't know what else to do but pray. In baseball, as in life, sometimes the biggest enemies are invisible: the pressure, the expectations, the doubt. For the Dodgers, 2025 is no longer about numbers. It's about belief, and whether this team can believe again before it's too late.